been trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me a reason. I've been trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me. I've been trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me a reason. I've been trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me. I've been trying not to go off the deep end, 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 go off the deep end. I've been trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me a reason. I've been trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me. I've been trying not to. I've been trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me a reason. I've been trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me. I've been trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me a reason. I've been trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me. I've been trying not to go off the deep end, 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 go off the deep end. I've been trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me a reason. I've been trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me. I've been trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me a reason. I've been trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be scuffed. Hello everybody. This is gonna be very scuffed because my keyboard's not working. Keyboard. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Come on, keyboard. Where are you? There you are, mouse. Okay. I look like a ghost. I am a ghost. I've decided to become ghost. Hello, it is your friendly streamer, Ghost. Ah! Goodness, doggo. 1 minute. Doggo's being annoying. Doggo, I told you, you're either outside or you're inside, doggo. You're either outside or you're inside. You're inside. Chat, if you're gossiping about me, I can't hear it. Ah! Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Sleepy is back. Sleepy is here. I'm here and I've got my headphones in. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I do. Now I'm ready. Now we're ready for stream. Did I put these in backwards? Nope, they're good. I'm muffled for a second. Hello everybody! Hello everyone. Let me see if I can get up chat. Because I can see chat on my phone, but I don't trust my phone. I barely trust my laptop. Twitch chat. Come on, Twitch chat. Hi. Oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, it looks good so far. Awesome. This is great. This is awesome possum. Okay. While while there's not many people here, and I don't know if the Discord notification's gone off, I am gonna do Cap requested an ad time. I'm gonna do a quick ad now, just so I'm fulfilling that, right? Because I don't want to. Is there anything less than 60 seconds? There's gotta be. 30-second ad break. All right, we're gonna do a quick 30-second ad break while there's like nobody here, just so we fulfill that. Cause I stay true to my word. So, all right, I think we're doing the ad break right now. I think it's going through. Yes. Awesome. Now, for those of you that do have ads, that means that you're not subscribed, which is alright, because not everybody can afford to. But if you can, then feel free to hit that sub button. If you have Amazon Prime, then you can sub with Prime. Hi, Pichu. Hello. I'm running a quick 30-second ad, so for those of you that didn't get ads and are not subbed, then congratulations, you are one of the lucky few. Is everything okay? Is my sound alright? Yes, there is an ad. There is an ad. I'm sorry. The ad should be ending in about 10 seconds now. But 'tis not a big deal. Because I needed to do that. You all can blame Cap. You all can blame Cap. Or AK Rick. Awesome. Welcome back. Alright, okay, mouse. We're having issues. My mouse is not being nice to me, and I am annoyed. I have to hunch because I'm too tall. Also, hair doing wild thing today. I am rocking that ponytail mane. Pokemon references all the way. That. Also, I'm in my parents' house, and you can see like all of like the trinkets and stuff everywhere. A lot of angels. That's a family favorite. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to make myself not have to hunch. How does that look, chat? How are we looking? Besides this crazy mane. How we sounding? How we looking? 2 questions. Pizza raid incoming! Oh boy. I streamed at a good time. Thanks. I'm looking good. Very. Thank you. Lightning is a bit spooky. I know. I'm going for a ghost sleepy vibe today. Also, it is very dark and this house doesn't have like proper lighting. Like there are no lights in the ceiling. This is I can't show you guys, but this is like a full like lamp up here that I'm using for lighting. That's how poor this house is. Not all French houses are like this. I won't stereotype. No stereotyping. That's not fun. But there is no ceiling light. I will say that. All of the lighting in here is from lamps that we have purchased. Water break, because I'm realizing now that I have not drunk a lot of water today. Anyway, if pizza raid's incoming, then we'll wait for the pizza raid before we get started with the good stuff. Let me clean up my workspace, which is literally just the dining table, guys. This is literally the dining table. He's wrapping up. All right, that's cool. We'll wait patiently for the raid. We'll wait. We'll be patient. Talking about the next stream schedule. I remember when I had one of those. wasn't that fun when I had one of those? Wow! Oh my goodness! What a surprise! What the heck? Nobody knew this was happening. Oh my stars! Thank you, Running to Pizza, for the raid. Woo! Cheers! Oh my gosh, my mic is so loud. And my mouse is gone again. Scuffity scuff. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Welcome. Pumped for Saturday. Very much. I am very pumped as well. recap, I can't burn granite. I would if I could. I don't have any. I'm tempted because I could get a lighter right now and I could just do fire. That would be cool, but it's also a hazard and I won't. So, but next time I'm on Civitas, I will burn some granite for you. Pinky promise. We're making sounds. Alright, a few things. Thank you for the raid once again, pizza. For those of you who weren't in my last stream, I did crazy thing because I like suffering. I created Homebrew pets. I asked stream for some ideas, and chat were very helpful, and we chose 3 pets to homebrew for this. I genuinely, I'm like looking more and more at my lighting. Okay, that looks a bit better. I'll sit back for a little bit, but then I like look like a ghost. Ghost sleepy. It's just how I do right now. I just be go. Don't fall. Laptop, don't fall. I cannot risk you falling. Okay, I need to move stuff around so laptop does not fall. As I was saying, we created 3 homebrew pets for the Civitas Gang D&D, which is made up of Running to Pizza, who plays Hercules, or Huncules, as many people have called him. Pichu, the crafting Pichu, who plays Adasa, and Astral Pink Rose, who plays Vermilion Stone, or Red Riding Hood. So those are some very cool, that's what's happening. And I have fantastic news, everybody. I have completed the stats and the moves, actions, everything. I've completed them. They're done. They're ready for me to show you. And I realized that tomorrow evening, or my evening, actually everybody's evening, will be the session where I show the PCs, or where the PCs might possibly, if they do what I want them to do, might possibly get their pets. Maybe, possibly. So I realized since that's happening tomorrow, I need to show you guys, I need to show chat first before that happens. So yeah, Pizza and Pichu and Astral, if you're here, I'll derail the campaign. Oh no. Oh no. Well, if you derail the campaign, you're not getting your pet. Just saying. But Pizza and Pichu, if you want it to be like the statistics to be a surprise, you're welcome to log off. If you want to chill vibe in chat, feel free to. But yes, I've done it. I've done all the work, and I'm super hyped. I think you all would love, especially Charlotte. I really like what I did with Charlotte. So we're gonna do Charlotte last because I like what I did. Because I'm actually proud of something. What? Okay. Pichu, you'll behave. I'm glad you'll behave. Alright. Pizza, no, don't give her permission. No. Okay, well, you guys can see the lovely music that we got going on, but I need to switch here. Alright, are you guys ready? Are you all ready? It's quite literally Adasa's nature. That is true. Adasa is a character, or Pichu's character Adasa is a very chaotic little kitsune. Where is this? Here we are. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. Alright. Ah! My name. My voice, that's not what my name is. But English hard help. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let me do something real quick, chat, sorry. All right. So we're gonna do Charlotte Lost. What do you guys wanna start with? Haunted Snail or Frogling? Up to y'all. Oh boy, I'm getting messages. Okay, just making sure nobody's telling me to be quiet because I am back in France in my parents' house, so. All right, I think let's start with the Frogling because I think the least work I put into the Frogling, not because it was like something that I didn't want to do, but it was more of a thing of there wasn't much to go on. I essentially did it with a pixie template and then like didn't do like none of it has like the pixie stuff at all. But this is the Frogling traits. So some of the statistics I did talk about. I did like a quarter of the Frogling on stream, on my last stream, where we did like the strength, dex, con, is intelligence, wisdom, and charisma and stuff like that. I don't think the challenge ratings, like I didn't put the challenge ratings accurately in a sense. I sort of like, I gave up on challenge ratings. I didn't give up on challenge ratings, but I didn't like associate them to the correct challenge ratings. I know what they are for correct challenge ratings in order for me as the DM to like go through it, but when I was doing the calculations on D&D Beyond, I realized there was like some mechanic with that which was like bumping the numbers weirdly, so I didn't bother with a challenge rating, and I just left it at 0. So that's why that says 0, even though it may not seem like a zero level. But yeah, this is the Frogling. This was based on the idea of a bag of holding frog. So it's got an armor class of 8. It has 18 hit points. Its speed is 20 feet. It can swim 30 feet. It's got +2 to strength, +3 to dexterity, +4 constitution, -1 intelligence, +0 wisdom, +0 charisma. So it's not an intelligent boy, but it is a very strong constitutionally boy. What would that be? It's a very sturdy boy. Sturdy boy. It has +5 on dex saving throws and +6 on constitution saving throws. It has damage resistance to fire, so that means damage is halved. It's immune to being charmed. That's a little bit of its fey. It's because of its fey nature. I didn't want to give it the full like, what's it called? The fey, like that fey attribute. But I wanted to like have like some sort of aspect of it be sort of harkening back to its fey nature. Senses, it's got dark vision for 60 feet, passive perception's 10, and proficiency is +2. Now we get to the good stuff. Alright. So, holding. When offered an item, the player will roll a 1d20. On an 11 or higher, the Frogling will store the item. On a 10 or lower, the Frogling will not store the item. So that was essentially the premise of the whole bag of holding thing. I think I really liked this idea when it was sort of brought up, like the bag of holding idea, and it being very picky, which I think is very funny. And so I did like a flat like luck check, or this would also like, it's very similar to like death saving throw sort of statistics. Slippery boy. Froglings are slippery boys due to their slimy skin. This gives them advantage on dexterity rolls and rolls to escape grapples. I do need to put that advantage in this little column here. I will do that maybe later. I forgot to do that, but I really like the idea of them like living in a swamp and having slippery boy attributes. Now the actions, I had to think hard about how would a bag of holding frog attack things. So it's sort of like melee attack is lick. It's got a +5 to hit. This is using its tongue, so it essentially just licks somebody. And on a hit, it's like averaged at 11, but it's 2d4 plus 3 poison damage, so that's pretty hefty. And then there's the tongue attack, which is basically, in my mind, I'm just thinking of it as a frog just opens its mouth and then punches somebody with its tongue. I think that's so funny, and I really like the image of that. So that's the ranged weapon attack, and that's a +4 to hit. Its reach is 30 feet, and that's 2d4 plus 2 bludgeoning damage. So I really like the idea. I feel like this is just a funny image in your head of just somebody like, of just a frog's tongue just like completely punching somebody unconscious. I feel like that is hilarious. So those are the frog's actions. And then this is where the bag of holding, comes in, more of the logistics of the bag of holding comes into play. Is on a reaction. You can retrieve item. When another creature requests for an item which the frogling successfully stored, then the frogling can use its reaction to retrieve the item. Only one item can be retrieved per round, hence like it's as why it's a reaction. But yeah, that's what it. I didn't feel like there could be there definitely could be a lot done for the frogling. I feel like any homebrew, especially homebrew monsters, you can definitely do a lot of cool stuff with them. But I felt like compared to the other two, and just in terms of balancing out, I felt like there wasn't much I needed to add to the frogling, and hence why I didn't like focus on it very much. I think the frogling is the only one which I had a description for, but I do have like an image, and I will give you guys like a verbal description of what all of these pets like look like in my mind, essentially, or what I imagine them to be. My description for the frogling was a vibrantly green frog with shimmering blue eyes. A thin veil of slime covers the frogling's skin, which allows it to swim quickly. So that's how I pictured the frogling, and I think that's a really pretty image. It's and I feel like it's roughly pretty like realistic to what frogs do look like. Alright, let's go next to the haunted snail. Now, I enjoyed doing the haunted snail. I talked to a few people about the haunted snail and about what I wanted to do for it. It took me a while to sort of my internet okay? Okay, I guess it is. What's going on here? Oh my goodness, nobody look at the freaking... I don't like StreamCord. It chooses the worst pictures for me. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay. So... Alright, now the haunted snail. This, I believe the idea for the haunted snail was that it was like sort of a lich or fae snail. So it can talk, etc., etc. I really liked the idea of, I recently watched the show, I can't remember what the show is called, but it was essentially just a necromancer who just couldn't do anything right. And I really like the idea of a powerful necromancer who turns themselves into a snail. So that's essentially what this was. It was a evil necromancer turned themselves into a snail, and they are now the haunted snail. And this is what their statistics would be, their D&D stats would be. It's got armor class 12, and I don't know why, but whenever I filled this out, it said that it required an armor type, so I just put shell. So yeah, armor class 12 because it's a shell. Only 12 hit points because snails can be crushed quickly. Speed 10 feet. It's a snail. Snails can't go quickly. Snails aren't zoomy. They aren't speedy boys. Then oh boy, I love these statistics. -5 strength, -3 dexterity, +3 constitution, so not bad. +5 intelligence, smart boy. +1 wisdom and +0 charisma. So neither here nor there. I feel like I evened it out pretty well for a snail. Skills, it does have Arcana +8 because this was a necromancer who was really good at their job until the accident. Until they accidentally turned themselves into a snail. I don't know if you guys have seen, there was this campaign that was done where I think Brennan Lee Mulligan was in it, and he played this necromancer that just kept like bringing themselves back from the dead. And that's sort of like my idea for the accident for this haunted snail, where they essentially were trying to find like some sort of way to immortality, or like bringing themselves back from the dead, resuscitation, or some sort of spell like that, and then accidentally turn themselves into a snail. And I really love that idea. And that was an idea that was posed to me by I think Narcissus actually. I was talking about it with her. Which, by the way, guys, if you see Narcissus ever in chat in Discord, tell her heyo, because she's awesome and we love her. That's my head moderator. If you don't know who she is, then now you know. Alright. I will sing her praises until I die. She's amazing. Alright. Haunted Snail does have dark vision. I did not specify how much dark vision, but regular dark vision, I guess. Passive perception is 11. Languages. Only languages it knew in life. In life being when it wasn't a snail. Proficiency bonus is +2. I did contemplate having the proficiency bonus be higher, but I was like, meh, it's a snail. Alright. I like you can tell that I kind of got, as we read through the statistics and like the names of like abilities and actions and reactions, you can like see how like I sort of just get a little bit not tired, but I was just like a little less creative. Look, no hands. The haunted snail has no hands, which means they cannot perform spells requiring somatic components. Somatic being with your hands or hand movement. Their magical enchantment or curse does not allow them to perform spells that require materials without needing materials. Does allow them to, so essentially, the haunted snail can perform spells without that require materials without the materials. So, for example, dancing lights, etc., etc. But I do believe dancing lights has a somatic component. But I had to look through like the specific spells for just verbal spells, and that was such a pain. That's why I put in this material like thing, because you can't do much with materials. You don't have hands, which snails don't have hands. They have those antennas, but I don't think those would work very well. But yeah, so this takes us into the spellcasting. The Haunted Snail is a 5th level spellcaster, because you may have been like a level 20 necromancer, but once you become a snail, you're not as magical anymore, because you're a snail. You're a magical snail, but you're not that magical. Especially without hands. Its spellcasting ability is intelligence, so that's where I got the +5. That's pretty cool. Spell save DC 16 +8 to hit with spell attacks. Pretty high. I mean, it is like a necromancer. It used to be a necromancer. Haunted Snail has the following wizard spells prepared and can perform them without requiring material components. That's light, cause fear, silver barbs, suggestion, blindness, or deafness. I tried to find more, I swear. Did you even read my DMs? I did! Did I not respond to them? I'm so sorry. I've been like asleep. I'm so sorry. I did though, and that was sick. That was very sick. I watched. Hi Mango. I did read them. I'm sorry. I was asleep. I've been suffering. I actually been getting sleep. That's super random, but I've been sleeping and it's been weird. I don't know how I feel now. Like, I have energy, and that like at certain parts of the day, and then others I don't, and it's weird. Sleepy has a sleep schedule, y'all. I know, it hurts my brain too, Astral. But yeah, no, I did read your DMs. For those of you who don't know, Astral sent me a DM. There is a very cool content creator who I think I also follow, Monkey DM, who like does a lot of cool stuff, and they made like a really cool monster, which Astral and I were like geeking out about, or I was geeking out about it and forgot to tell Astral because I was very tired. But it was super cool. That's what we're talking about. Maybe I'll show you guys in a little bit after I get through the rest of the pets. Alright. Haunted Snail, right. I looked so hard for freaking spells that didn't require somatic components. Why do we need hands for so many spells? Legitimately. The only cantrip I could find at level 5 was light. This will be a glowing snail, everybody. It's a glowing snail. That's what I'm giving my PCs, a glowing snail. But I think the 1st and 2nd level spells are pretty, those are pretty OP. So I feel like those make up for just a single cantrip. And the snail does have 7 spell slots, which is not bad at all. And then because I figured this snail has like 7 spell slots, and like ridiculously high intelligence and con, I realized it's a snail. It can't do much attacking. So its one action is nibble. It's a melee weapon attack. It is a -2 to hit. Okay. And average damage when it hits is 2, and it does 1d4 piercing damage. Because it's a snail. What is it going to do? Um, that's a snail. And then I just for kicks and giggles, I figured I'd put in a reaction. Grumpy snail. The haunted snail yells at the nearest creature that they are frustrated with. Just yells. Nothing happens. It just yells. I mean, if DMs want to add this to their campaign and like put in like a little thing for the reaction, you're welcome to. But I feel like it's just funny that in the middle of combat, this grumpy snail just yells. I feel like that's something it would do. But that's the haunted snail. And I think this one took the longest. For the sole reason of I'm still in pretty new DM, and I had to sort of go through all of like all of the sort of like spell casting and magic rules for D&D, just to like sort of figure out how this would work. I believe I did well. I think I did it right. Took me a while, but I know there are more spells that I could add here, but legitimately there are no other spells that I could find that don't have somatic components. So that's just what we're living with for the haunted snail. But then again, 7 spell slots, and those are pretty OP spells. But yeah, that's the haunted snail. And then we come to my favorite, and I think everybody else's favorite, Charlotte. We come over to Charlotte, and that's the last of them. It's Charlotte, everybody. Can I get a round of applause? That is a scary picture for Charlotte. But this is Charlotte. I did do a description for Charlotte. Let's read the description first. Charlotte is a German Shepherd dog with boundless energy. Charlotte is very loyal and has incredibly keen senses. Trained to herd animals and guard those she loves. Charlotte is a very loving doggo. That's Charlotte, everybody. That's our girl. But yeah, this is Charlotte. And I did do quite a bit of, you can see Charlotte's got a lot of stuff going on. It does say challenge level 5. I mixed sort of some of the abilities are from the Blink Dogs. I took stats from Blink Dogs. I took the stats from Mastiffs, I believe, and a few other dog or hound-based creatures in D&D. I did also look into German Shepherd, like statistics. That's not the word. Abilities and like what they do in real life. So that's what this is all based on. But here we have Charlotte, everybody. Charlotte has an armor class of 13, hit points of 24, speed is 30 feet, +2 to strength, +2 to dex, +0 to con, +1 to intelligence, +2 to wisdom, and +1 to charisma. So that's Charlotte's statistics. Charlotte has +3 to animal handling, and +3 to perception, and 13 passive perception, and a +3 proficiency bonus. The reason why it's such a high challenge rating is because I wanted a higher proficiency. Alright, then we get 2 abilities that Charlotte does have, which is keen hearing and smell. This is one that's common in D&D. I didn't make this up. Charlotte has advantage on wisdom or perception checks that rely on hearing and smell. This is pretty common. And then I think the rest I made on my own. Pied Piper. Charlotte has advantage on animal handling checks when herding other creatures. We ride till dawn. Halflings and other small creatures can ride Charlotte as a mount. This actually is a trait from Mastiffs. But it didn't have a name, so I gave it a name, because why not? Strong Bond. Now this is something that I made, which I feel like will be is a little bit more accurate to real life. And I think this will be really, really cool for anybody who wants to add this to the game, and it'll be really cool for their PCs. Strong Bond. Charlotte can bond with a humanoid known as Keeper, so throughout in this whole thing, they'll be referred to as Keeper, and will be loyal to them for their whole life. Whoever holds this bond can use the following abilities: Rebuttal, which is a reaction, Heal, a reaction, and Hurting, which is an action. Alright, so the actions. Hurting. On a successful animal handling check, DC decided by the DM, Charlotte can command creatures to gather in a specific 20-foot area of her keeper's choice. So that's an action. Bite, which is her just attack. Melee weapon attack. Went dark. Do I look okay? Is my lighting alright? It's a bit dark, that's fine. Alright, that's okay. As long as I'm not invisible. Oh my gosh, English is hard, guys. It's painfully hard. But yeah. So this bite, I believe, it wasn't Mastiff. I think it was Blink Dog, or there was another dog. Was it a Hellhound? I think that's what I took that from. But +5 to hit, does average 10 damage, 2d6 plus 3 piercing damage, and if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 11 strength saving throw or be knocked prone, which I think is very cool. And then Rebuttal. On verbal command from Charlotte's Keeper, Charlotte can attack a creature that attacked her keeper. So it's sort of like call to guard, if any of you guys know that. And then there's Heal. These are reactions. And then there's Heal. On verbal command from Charlotte's Keeper, Charlotte can move half her movement towards her keeper, which I think is very, very cool. So those are the statistics I made for Charlotte, which I am very proud of. I really, really, really liked doing this. This is really fun. I think this is gonna be, I think especially the Strong Bond, I think is gonna be a really, really cool thing. I feel like any PCs who like having, like, I think all of the dog sort of creatures that we were looking through, they didn't really have something where it was sort of, you can like sort of shout out and do interactions with like other creatures, but I feel like this, having a creature whose like actions and reactions and stuff are reliant on a PC, I feel like that adds a little bit more depth to the game, especially like a stronger connection with the creature. And so I feel like that's something that I was like very proud of, and I think it will be very fun. Of course, this is all homebrew and all to be tested. So I will let you all know how it goes, and if not, I'm pretty sure my PCs will let you all know how this goes. But that is Charlotte. Oh boy. Oh no. Why aren't you working? There we go. My mouse is broken. That's fun. Alright. But yeah, those are the homebrew pets that I've made. And those are the statistics that have been done. We've got Charlotte over here. We've got Frogling. And we have the Haunted Nail. Very scary, very spooky, and very fun. Um, these all, if you guys want to check these out, you can go on to D&D Beyond and you can search them up in Homebrew, the Homebrew section. So essentially just go to sources, game rules. You go to game rules, you can go to any one of those, or even if you can search Homebrew. But yeah, you can look at all of these places. You'll find, if you can find it on D&D Beyond, if you just search it in Homebrew, you should be able to find it. Actually, I'm curious if anybody else has made anything related. But yeah, if you go into monsters, let's see here. Let's see if anybody else has made a Charlotte. Charlotte. I can't type. Enter. Watch their beanie. Oh, other people have made Charlotte. Why isn't mine up? Why isn't mine here? What are the advanced filters here? Oh, 0. That's why. Why the threshold is -11? I have no idea. Charlotte's not here. Maybe it's because it's mine, but you should be able to find it. If not, I will, I'll put it up somewhere in my Discord if you guys would like to check it out. But yeah, those are the 3 that I've made. As you can see, I went into a little bit of a... Oh, I know why it's not submitted. I can share it now. Here we go. Let's submit that. Alright. And they are now official. Or at least Haunted Snail is official. Frogling is official. And finally, Charlotte. Yay! We got our 3 monsters here. Look at that! Look at that! Isn't that sick? That's very sick. Alright. Yeah, so now if you search it up on the Homebrew, should work. Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe this is all a dream. Alright, let's see here. Let's go. Come on. Come on. There we go. Look at that. It's the first one. Alright. Yep. So if you search up any of these names, it should be there. But yeah. Let's check them all. How about that? See if anybody else has a haunted snail. I bet there are other haunted snails out there. There aren't. Ooh. Okay. But there's definitely got to be froglings, right? I feel like that's a very... I just realized I put an S there. It should be just that. There. Oh, yep. There we go. There are more, but yep, you can see my name's over there. Sleep deprived. Let's look at the other froglings. What are these? Also called boglings or frogmen. Ooh. They have large, round eyes, a broad mouth. Hold up, let me... Uh-oh, my phone's falling. No, don't fall. They have a broad mouth and are from 3 to 3.5 feet tall. They possess thin arms. Oh! It's like that movie. Oh my goodness. The one that Ian Hecox is in. You know? That he voice acted for? What's that movie? I don't know if you guys have seen that one. I've seen that. It was very... I thought that was quite funny. But... yeah, I mean, it's cool. I kind of like my frogling better, but you know, Who's to say? But yeah, that's that. Then we've got our frogling, and we've got Charlotte, and we've got the haunted snail. Alright, so those are our 3 pets, which I will be releasing into the wild of New Fairyland tomorrow evening. That won't be live, unfortunately. But I have talked with the other PCs, and we may be doing a D&D session live, maybe, possibly. I don't know how soon, but it may be pretty soon. So if you're into that, if you would like to, if you'd like to know when that may possibly be happening, then feel free to go head on over to my Discord, exclamation Discord, I think, in chat to get there, and you can. I usually update on my streaming schedule as well as just important things, and I will be updating you guys on the D&D as well, and if that's happening sooner rather than later. But yeah. Alright, what time is it? How much time have I been streaming? How long has it been? Almost an hour. I'm in darkness. Alright. Let me say something here real quick. Oh, I wanted to thank, I got an offline sub from Narcissist, so thank you, Narcissist. That just, if you guys have a Twitch Prime, an Amazon Prime account, you can Prime sub. That's you get a free subscription to somebody, anybody, any content creator who is an affiliate or higher. So just letting y'all know, that's something you can use. Alright. I don't know if Mango's still here. Mango, if you're still here, I did some stuff, and I don't know if you want me to leak them, but a while back, I was asked to, or I sort of asked, I wasn't asked to do it, I asked. I was sort of like, my status was, I'm running out of things to homebrew, help me. And Mango gave me a list of things to homebrew. And I've done them. I did the list. I think I did everything except one, which I don't think was possible according to D&D. Like, I think it would get taken down, essentially. So I'm down to show you guys all of that if you guys are interested. I think you can see a few of them here. Let's see, I think they would be under this. Filter creations. Yeah, so we got the abnormal feather, rubber duck, and a tiny notebook. I think there's more. Maybe they weren't all. Maybe it was just 3 and I'm imagining. Yeah. But yeah, it was the abnormal feather, rubber duck, and a tiny notebook. That's, I think, I may not have finished all of them, but that's what I had done. And I think they're pretty cool. Mango gave me a lot of very cool premises. So I really liked this idea, and I think I may do more homebrew streams in the future. Just where you guys, I'm gonna like put out polls maybe on TikTok as well as in my Discord, where you guys can like submit ideas. Also, this is light mode, and I'm realizing now that it's hurting my brain. Oh, that does not make it better. Help. Come on, do better, do better. Awesome. That's nice. I like this a little bit better. Oh, I broke it. I broke it. Chat, I broke it. No. I broke it. Broken. Oh, it's so broken. Oh, jeez Louise. Come on. Okay, I guess this is just how it's gonna be, chat. I'm sorry. I broke it. Okay, that's good. This is better. There we go. I fixed it. All on my own. I didn't just pray for it to be better. I fixed it. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna put out some polls for what you guys would like to see in D&D statistics, and I will try my best to homebrew them because I realized that I like homebrewing. It's very cathartic. And it's really helpful for me because I learn more if D&D statistics, which helps me because the math part is the part I struggle with in D&D. If you may not have noticed, I'm not good at the numbers very much. So this helps me like understand sort of the quantities and everything, which is very, very helpful. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I don't know if if my camera has gotten darker or if it's just, but I'm gonna make it big. What the heck? What the heck? My hair is not gotten better. Oh, is that a balloon? What the? Yeah. I don't even. The balloon. Okay then. You do you, balloon, I guess. Alrighty, it's just freaking me out. I didn't even imagine if somebody had drawn a smiley face on that. I would have flipped out. Alright. Well, I think I might call it here. I don't know if I was saying something before this. I feel like I was. But I think I'm gonna call it here. Because ghost camera. What the heck? But also, it's late. I am feeling tired because it has a sleep schedule. Mind blowing. I know. I'm sorry. I have... Uh-oh. I can't see chat. Back to me. Chat, where are you? There you are. Now I can see chat. Chat. Alright, there we go. Sorry, I must have chat on at all times. Otherwise, I am forsaken. Forsaken chat. I would never. Alright. But, oh, hair. Yikes. Right. So, currently I'm in France, and I will be here for the next week or two, I think. So, I probably won't be able to stream next Saturday because I am flying back. And the Saturday after that, I may be able to stream. I think I will most likely be able to do that. That's not next Saturday, but next Saturday. 2 nexts. That'll be the next time I'll be able to stream. I hope you guys enjoyed checking out the products of your chaos. Very chaotic, but I loved it. I enjoyed it. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna raid somebody. We're gonna raid somebody. Let's check out who's running around being chaotic online. Let's see. Oh. Let me mute this real quick before we get yelling from other people. Okay. Beauty. Oh, guys, let's raid Red. Oh my goodness, she's streaming. Wait, let me check if she's ending first. I feel like that's a good call. She's ending. Never mind. We're not raiding Red. Oops. Oops. Is anybody else live? I mean, Phil's is live. Do you guys want to go see Phil's Bird Boy? Oh, wait, no, maybe she's not. Hold up, I've got to put this on. Oh, I don't think she's ending. Okay, great. We're gonna raid Red then.
Too excited, I can't see.
We're gonna raid Red. Alright, I had to do some recon first. Slash raid Red Velvet Waffle. For those of you who don't know who Red Velvet Waffle is, she is one of she's one of my friends actually. I think I met her right while I was getting into streaming, and then she started streaming. And she's super good at art, and she does a lot of really cool stuff. So definitely, if you enjoy watching really good artists draw, then you should definitely check Red out and maybe give her a follow or sub too. She got affiliate, so she's really so she's joined the fam. But yeah, definitely go check her out. Go check out the rest of the Civitas gang: Crafting Peachy, Running to Pizza, Astro Pink Rose, Development in chat. And yeah, that's gonna be my stream for today. I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and enjoy Easter and spring break. Don't go crazy. Always drink water and be safe. Wear the mask. Get vaccinated. All the good stuff. Have fun. Bye.